Hi, darling.
Hello, darling.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited.
Why is that?
Because, as you may have noticed, listeners, we've got a new look.
Ooh.
And a new name.
Rebrand.
We're now
Watching telly with the
Daisies. It's been a long time coming.
Yes, we've slowly been morphing over the years into more of a lesbian goggle box in your ear holes.
Yeah.
Rather than just maths content.
Yeah.
Because we want to talk about all the telly that we're watching, and there's a lot more telly than just maths.
And people have been listening and downloading in the off season of maths, so we really appreciate it, and it means that we can rebrand and do something else, and hopefully that this will mean that new people can find us and will be interested and not be like, what's doing the maths? You know, that doesn't sound intriguing.
Inclusive.
If you're wanting to, yeah, inclusive of all of the entertainment that we try to cover.
Exactly.
So let us know what you think and if you like it. We have new artwork by our lovely friend Alba Ramos, based in Tenerife. Very good graphic designer, and we're very grateful for her taking on this project because we're very nitpicky.
Oh yeah,
we had a lot of notes.
She was very patient, and
it was perfect from the start, and we were like, but we want this one thing different.
Get a bit more pink, please.
Yeah. But we love what she came up with, and we're very thankful, aren't we?
Yes. So we're excited for the future of the podcast.
So you'll find all of our socials are going to change as well. To be honest, this is recording before we've done that, so I'm hoping they're all going to be at watching telly in some form, but I can't confirm it yet because I've just realised that we started recording before I've done that.
We'll have a link in the show notes, perhaps.
We'll put a link in the show notes.
Yeah.
Usually we say like, it's Patreon / this, and now I'm like,
oh shit,
I don't know what it is. So we'll change it all in the show notes. We'll let you know as soon as we know.
Yes. But for now, we're going to talk about the ending of Love is Blind UK season 2.
So both the weddings and the reunion.
It was a tale of two halves, these episodes.
Definitely.
Like, tears of joy. With the weddings, I was saying like, oh my God, maybe this process actually really works.
Me too. I'm like, oh my God, they're actually in love. They're actually all in love, and they're all going to be together forever. And they've all changed all their types have changed. And we're so foolish. I'm always so foolish. I always fall for it.
Oh my God. But I like to think that deep down in our guts, we knew. I feel like I had a gut feeling about all of these things that eventually came to pass.
Yeah.
I just wanted to have more hope in humanity. But
should we talk about the one love story that made it through?
Yeah. Start on a positive note.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Megan and Kieran.
Yeah.
Their wedding was lovely.
Loved their wedding.
Wasn't everyone sobbing?
I think it was actually Sorova and Kal's that everyone was sobbing at.
I think...
or both then. There was definitely sobbing people.
I seem to remember quite a lot of like hardy men really weeping watching Kieran and Megan getting married.
So cute.
Really lovely. Like blubbering.
And it felt like a proper wedding. Like them seeing each other down the aisle and being overwhelmed with the deep love that they have for each other.
He immediately cried.
Yeah.
It was lovely. And there was a really lovely moment with, well, first of all, we met Kieran's mum, who seemed to be annoyed that she would be upstaged by Kieran.
Yes, but as we know, they have a difficult relationship.
They do. So I was like, you better watch yourself, madam.
Exactly. But then we met Kieran's dad.
Who's the best man in the world.
Who was so lovely. Gave him his steampunk pocket watch.
That went with his mad outfit perfectly.
Maybe that was the origin of Kieran's
alternative
fashion future
interests.
We'll come to that. But no, I loved Kieran's dad so much. He seemed like such a little softie.
But yeah, I was going to say big softie. Yeah,
he had a ponytail, didn't he? A grey ponytail. Oh my God.
He looked wizardly. He looked like he does LARPing.
Yes.
He must do. If you like
100%.
steampunk, you do LARPing. Those things are the same, right?
Yeah. It was really cute that the steampunk thing was just such a giveaway that he's a big nerd, which means that him and Kieran that's where Kieran's got his passion for gaming, and
Yeah.
like that makes it more of a wholesome thing altogether, that it's like a family, presumably they bonded over,
rather than just like a going in your room, getting away from your family sort of thing. Yeah.
Exactly. Before the wedding, I just want to give an honourable mention to Meg's suit at the hen do.
Come on.
Ding dong. Amazing.
She looked incredible in that suit.
All of them.
Every time this is the case. You all looked a million times better at your hen do than on your wedding day.
They all looked so much better.
The dresses they choose are just crap.
Oh, I mean, Meg did look nice in her wedding dress.
Meg's was chic.
But the suit would have been
and the gloves. The gloves were too short.
Yeah,
the gloves that she chose, longer gloves.
Yeah,
and maybe she should have had the mesh gloves that she had at the reunion.
Yes,
but white.
I think those were cool.
Yeah,
but I do like that her wedding dress was like quite extravagant shape, but very plain. No bedazzlement. Yeah, no embroidery.
It was the perfect lace. Kind of balance.
Yeah,
I agree.
But that was just such a fabulous suit.
She looked so great.
Kieran giving us all the lesbian power looks that we need this series.
Guys, I love fashion and expressing yourself.
Yeah,
I think that's amazing, and it's really cute that he obviously has very quirky taste, because that's been a through line, you know, when he was at the mixer and Sophie slagged him off for his jacket, and obviously the cane and the top hat, like I'm sure you can all put in what I'm thinking. I was very thankful that he wasn't wearing it at the altar, is all I can say.
Me too, and very happy to see the back of that quiff that was holding up that top hat. Like, very happy to see the back of the quiff.
But I'm not sure I needed to see it stuck down at the front
with like 10 layers that you could see the hairdresser around him in a blur when he was
the hairdresser Meg?
Probably.
And
it was swooped cute. Forward.
It was, I guess, like it was like a combination of Saturday Night Fever and the noughties. No, the 2010s.
Yeah. It was like trying to be Jonathan Bailey, but it wasn't Jonathan Bailey.
Yes.
You know?
Well, Jonathan Bailey's also a gay man.
He's a gay man.
He's a gay man.
You know, but straight women love him. So
yeah, and it was just like that satin top that he had was not good.
The green satin, which obviously Meg's a ginger, she knows green is her colour, so she's put that on him. Green satin with gold jewellery and green gems.
The gems that were around the neck, I couldn't believe.
He had earring, necklace, rings, belt, every possible place that could be jewelried was jewelried. I mean, but he looked so happy.
And he did his little strut, and I was really happy for him.
He looked so confident.
And he had like big wide trousers on and the boots, and that's why he was giving John Travolta.
Yeah.
But it's like you can't go in between both. Like, it was very... This is such a niche reference because you won't even know what I mean. It's very Supre. It was very Supre.
What's
Supre is like a high street shop in Perth, in Australia. That was very fast fashion. Yeah, Supre. I got it at Supre.
Yeah, the textiles were too shiny.
Yes. And I'm like, I know that's
sweaty armpits.
Yeah, I know that's sweaty AF.
Yeah.
He should have worn an open collared shirt, because obviously he's like looking like a dancer, which she likes, and he wants to be a dancer. He should have done an open collared big collar shirt, light blue.
Yeah.
No jewelry apart from bracelet, earring.
Yeah.
Guys, I also realised when we were talking about this, because I think we work off the same jewelry quota.
Yeah.
But I've basically realised that jewelry in my mind should be the same as the 3 points of contact rule on a ladder.
Yeah.
Like, you should only have...
Or co-steering. They also have that.
Or co-steering. You should have at least one limb free.
Yeah.
It's the opposite way around. It's for the opposite reason in that. You should have... Yeah. In jewelry, you should have one limb that doesn't have jewelry on it. And yes, is a limb, in my theory. Like, I don't think you can wear bracelet, ring, necklace, earrings. You have to have one missing.
Yeah, but I agree. But maybe he's going full throttle, and then he's going to bring it back a bit. I mean, I love it for him. It was a lot, and we need to write the fan fiction where they're a lesbian couple and we're going to get in trouble again for comparing people to lesbians. It's a compliment, guys. Get over it.
Yeah, it's a
not an
compliment. We're
insult.
literally lesbians, so obviously it's a compliment.
But Meg in her suit and him with his haircut, living their lesbian dream together.
And I also am just like, I want men to be able to express themselves in fashion.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just, I guess it's a new thing. Then it's a new ground to be walked on because not enough men do it. Therefore, that's why he kind of took a few missteps. But Matt Willis looked cool, and he looked a bit femme. That's what we were comparing it to. It was like, there's like a line.
But he's got you can see that he's been through some shit, Matt Willis.
Yeah, that's true.
He's got a wizened face.
Yeah.
You know? He's been...
Kieran is...
Yeah, he's a shiny little gaming nerd.
Yeah.
He's new to the world.
Who found a wife without even leaving the house, barely.
Yeah. But they are just adorable soulmates.
Yeah.
And I love that they love dancing together.
It's really cute.
Oh, because when you've got a partner that likes dancing, it's the best, isn't it?
It is.
We had a good dance on Saturday night.
We did.
We went to a 60s...
Basically dressed up as them.
the 60s themed fancy dress party. And dancing in fancy dress just gives it an extra flavour of fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was really good.
Loved it.
I had a moustache. I was very nervous
You took
about
some
going.
persuading.
Yeah, well, only because of my trauma of going to the Halloween party at the year 6 disco and dressed up as a witch, and no one else was dressed up in costume.
What losers.
What's wrong with you all?
Yeah, you're the coolest one.
What's wrong with you all at Hardwick Middle School that doesn't exist anymore? That school doesn't exist.
Well, luckily, at the rugby club, everyone was dressed up.
Yay.
So that trauma is soothed.
Yeah. Oh, I just want to talk about the spaceman.
Oh,
I forgot about it until you mentioned it yesterday, and I just remember like laughing and my tummy hurting because there was a guy dressed up as a spaceman and he had a step ladder and he kept climbing up it and just boogieing on it. It was so funny.
Up and down. Whoop, 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 in the middle of the dance floor. It was very good.
I was like, why is he brought this step ladder?
It was boiling.
Was
I
it?
had a beret on that I was dancing in all night, and I was like covered. I took a picture of myself when we got home. I was just like, my makeup was running off my face. It was so hot. I don't know how he didn't fall off his step ladder because he had a huge space helmet on.
Yeah.
What are they called?
A space helmet.
I thought they might have had a special name for a minute.
They probably do, but I can't think of
Astro
what it
hat.
is. He's got a huge Astro hat
on. And Daisy was dressed as George Harrison.
And Daisy is Patty Boyd.
And the first people we made friends with were John and Yoko. We were standing around.
We're like, we feel comfortable going with John and Yoko.
Yeah. So it was very cute.
Even though I'm fairly... No, I was going to say I'm fairly sure that was in the 70s, but maybe it was in the 60s.
I think they did get together in the 60s because the
And also
documentary
the
we watched was 69, Get Back, and Yoko was in that.
Yeah, and the Vietnam War, I think, started in
But I think
68
the
or something.
specific outfit reference
Was 70s, right?
was 70s. The suit, they both had like flared suit, like white suits on. I think that's got to be 70s.
Yeah, but it was cool, wasn't it?
It was cool.
Anyway, enough critique.
Thank God for Meg and Kieran, because from here on out, it's all in the shit, isn't it?
Yeah, which it's just a classic hyper-aware nightmare for me, that when they did the photo booth thing at the start, I was like, well, I can see who's together and who's not because I've seen every single person that hasn't got their ring on.
Yeah.
So that annoyed me.
You just can't help noticing the thing you're not supposed to notice.
Yeah, but also I'm desperate to know, and then I'm like, well, you've given me the answer.
Yeah, they should have tried to hide that in some way.
Yeah, so like Kal and Sarova, I immediately knew.
I mean, most of us immediately knew when we saw them on the sofa as well, so it wasn't going to be...
That's true. It wasn't that long. And they were the first to talk.
They were like, as far as possible away from each other.
Oh, God.
Fucking Kal. I wanted to put my tummy gut feelings, my splenic intuition to the side, but it was correct all along.
I still didn't have the gut feeling. I just believed him. Man.
Oh.
It's so weird how they did all act like it was just a dumping, like a regular dump.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, you have to actually get divorced.
Yeah, and their wedding was so lovely as well, and so teary and really sweet. And you saw him talking to his brother before, who also had the intuition about him, but obviously Kal was saying like, oh, I want to be with that one person who's going to change me, basically. And Kal's brother said, like, you found that person, that person's Sarova. And like, everyone was so keen to see Kal change his pattern that they were willing to put that before what they really knew was Sarova's feelings. So basically she became an experiment for them all to try out him maybe being able to change, but he obviously wasn't going to. That's what is so hurtful to her, is it doesn't feel like they had a genuine relationship that went wrong for some specific reason. It's like she was just an experiment the whole time.
Oh my
God. It was always going to be 3 months. Sounds like that's always the amount of time that he goes off people. And sure enough, that was how long they were together before he dumped her. It's like, yeah, that is why you maybe don't get married then until you've got past the point at which you usually go off people.
Oh my God.
Especially if, as you say, you're not the thing of being married isn't going to give you any kind of extra feeling of responsibility or commitment. Like,
yeah, like it hasn't at all, which I also think is kind of a good thing, because you shouldn't be just staying because of that, obviously.
No.
But also, then why did you do it? I hated, also just to quickly on that topic, like with the whole Billy and Kal thing, which is so obvious that they totally egged each other on and they did do it.
Yeah.
Like, you guys were
1st and 2nd of January.
Yeah, don't be stupid. And also like trying to be like, well, you've just made up this thing, you don't even need to trust us. I'm like, you sound very, very defensive.
Yeah.
Therefore you did it. And also, duh, like so obvious. But Billy just kept, how he was always saying, I don't want to get divorced again. And it's like, well, don't get married then if you don't like her.
Yeah. And now he's coming through with this.
Actually, full stop. If you don't want to get divorced again, don't get married.
Yeah. Or just date a bit longer.
Honestly.
For God's sake. It's hard because like the women were given the opportunity to kind of be like, you're shit and I'm good. But like that's because they were the ones that got dumped. And Kal didn't carry himself very well in this at all.
What is that word? Like, humble, or
yeah,
he just was like defensive and hard shelled and horrible.
Then he brought out the honeymoon thing out of nowhere.
Oh my God, like he thought that was like a slam dunk, and it was like at the most random moment he just said, well, oh yeah, I got a 5-star hotel off of my back.
Yeah.
Everyone
was
like,
we're booking you a 5-star honeymoon. What? No one was even talking about the honeymoon. That's really embarrassing. You just want people to know you did that.
Yeah, and also ew.
Yeah. And like it just seems like the fact that he said one of the reasons he gave for breaking up with her is you're very emotional and sensitive, which to me reads as needy. Like he just didn't, like he was obviously finding her needy because she was being normal, acting like they were married. And that's such a shame because I can see why she feels blindsided, because that's like the conversation they had before that you found so sweet, when he was saying like, oh, usually I want people to give me space, but I haven't felt like I've needed any space from you.
He gave her all of the reassurances.
Yeah.
Infuriating.
At least he's acknowledged that he isn't compatible with relationships, and I hope he sticks by that.
I know it. Like
that's a lot better than him being like, you're just the wrong person.
Yeah, he was just like, I just can't do relationships. I was like, whoa, okay, fine.
Yeah, and his brother backed that up, and his brother is lucky he's got his brother, because he helped clean up his the impression that he gave. Yeah, quite a lot.
Yeah. I'm not sure by that much, but yeah, the whole interaction with Sarova's mom and Sarova, and it was just like it was still all too fresh for all of them, and it was really messy and it was hectic.
It was really hectic. And him saying like, well, you don't usually consult on a breakup. Like, I don't know, what did you think of that? Because it's an interesting one, because on the one hand, like, yeah, everyone is individual. You don't have to consult on a breakup. You can. And some people process internally, and they're kind of like getting to the point of the breakup inside their own mind, and then they just have to say it. Yeah. But if, like, you would think that if you were with someone for a few years, there would be conversations had when your marriage is ending. I don't know. I just thought it was very revealing that he was just like, well, that's how breakups work. You don't talk about it with the other person.
Yeah, and it's like, well, I think obviously that's probably why his relationships have failed. Yeah. Because you come across... I also really hate when everyone's like, marriages are really hard work. Relationships are really hard work. Like, I don't think they should be that hard work. Like, you should enjoy the relationship you're in, if you have a problem, you should be able to talk to your partner about it. But I do understand if you think there's like a fundamental incompatibility that you can't get past, then maybe you don't talk about it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you need to give someone concrete. I think you do. I do think you owe that person. If you think there is a fundamental incompatibility, then you need to give them concrete reasons why. But I don't. And I'm on both sides about it.
I agree, because like Ashley said a similar thing of like, I asked, like, isn't there anything we can talk about, anything we can work through to make it better? And it's like, I don't think there is. I think for Billy and for Kal, they're done. There's no way of talking around it. But the things that make them done existed in seed version before they went down the aisle, so that they should never have done it in the first place.
I guess in Billy's case, he tried to talk about it, but his way of processing things and talking about it is saying things and then not having a conversation.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably the same for Kal. Like, I don't think they have the emotional intelligence to be able to have constructive conversations about how to like resolve issues. Like, I think they're like, this is a problem that can never change about you, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Because, well, it seemed like, should we talk about Billy and Ashley?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because it seemed like in the end, he found her annoying because he said that thing about, oh, haven't you spoken enough already?
Oh, that was nasty.
It was horrible. So it's like, okay, the issue here is that you don't like her enough, but you're saying that it's the job thing.
You're saying that it's because she's an air hostess.
Just the job thing. And like she said that once they were married, he was under-delivering on like emotional support and like being there, which you would have thought would be the thing that he was worried about. If he's worried about her not being there geographically, it seems like he would be worried about there not being enough communication and support, but then he was the one not bringing the support. But
it was also funny because she then said like, you would have thought, you know, I didn't have a problem with you being away for 3 months of the year, so I never had a problem with that, so why have you got such a big problem? I was like, that was such a yes, queen.
So true. But maybe what Billy never articulated was that the reason he was worried about her being away is because he knows that he isn't good at communicating when people are away.
Ooh. Yeah, and he just couldn't say that.
Yeah.
All of them need therapists, and all of them needed like couples therapy.
Yeah.
If they actually wanted to make it work, but they obviously clearly didn't actually care enough to make it work, the boys. It's interesting that Sophie, the villain, has gone to therapy.
Yeah.
It's interesting how it's just a classic thing that women just do the work for men that don't do enough.
I did really feel like that. Like I
even Meg and
like,
Kieran.
I'm sure.
Like how Meg was like, he needs a bit of encouraging. I'm like, God, you're 1 year in. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, this is going to only get worse.
Yeah. Like, obviously, Sophie probably got the most abuse because she's a woman.
Yeah.
So I imagine
and a bit of
Javen would have got a lot of abuse as well. Yeah.
So, like, people hate that.
Yeah. So she probably was even more in a position of feeling like, oh, shit, I need to clean up my reputation. But I did really feel like what she did was what a couple of the boys really needed to do, and they just didn't do.
A couple of them, just probably all of them. Especially
Javen just saying, when I watched myself back, I was shocked by these things and I'm working on these things. He didn't say that at all. And it came out really well when she said that, and it must have been hard for her to say, because when you're being attacked by loads of people online, you would just want to be defensive.
Yeah.
So to still sit there and be like,
especially
I'm working
when like
on things.
Being defensive is part of her personality. Like she was very like that in the show.
And you've been edited, like they wouldn't have shown any of her positive bits. Props to Sophie, even though she was the villain.
Yeah.
For doing that, and the men just didn't come up with it.
And like Katisha saying to Javen, it looked like you didn't even like me when I watched it back.
She said that.
And he was like, what, I did? I was like, well, why don't you say why you were coming across the way you did?
Yeah, he's still gaslighting her in that moment.
Literally, he was trying to gaslight everyone. He was
manipulating the whole room. It was like everyone almost changed their mind. It was crazy how good at doing that he is.
So annoying that the photo booth didn't have a curtain.
Fucking hell. I knew that was going to be the case.
I love that the photo booth became like another character in the show.
I know.
I like that they really used it in a good way and a really fun way.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about that.
Meg and Kieran did well, though, to be like, we've had this conversation already.
Yeah.
It's gone, it's past. And Javen was really manipulating her when he was like, I would have been absolutely fine if you said, oh, he was talking to the other girls. It was just that you said this one sentence. Like,
because you said all night. No, you wouldn't have been like that. As if you would have been like that. And it's just like trying to make her feel guilty for something that he did.
Yeah.
She did nothing wrong.
Yeah, it's amazing how much he escaped more criticism.
She was very brave about that.
Katisha looked miserable, though. She looked so miserable. And I kind of think like she obviously feels like she needs to defend her decision. It's not that like her and Demolo obviously aren't meant to be together, but
yeah,
I feel like she could just say like, oh yeah, I made a decision that was more part of like a pattern of relationships that I've had.
Yeah.
Rather than just being like, it was the exact perfect decision for me, but I don't even know if he liked me at all.
Yeah.
I think it's like, but it must be hard having that criticised by loads of people.
Definitely. And also, again, like probably giving her more criticism than Javen even got for his behaviour.
Yeah.
But I'd like to assume, I think we said this before, that it was all coming from a place of wanting the best for her rather than saying she was stupid or something. Like, it was more like, you deserve a good thing and you should be going for the person that actually says they love you. But
yeah,
I can understand that would be really overwhelming in that kind of situation. So it's all fine. It's all fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's all fine. It was cute to see Bobby and Jasmine from last season.
Oh my God, pregnant.
They're
So
really
cute.
I
Love
can't
them.
really remember much about them apart from that her mother was absolutely terrifying and
He worked
quite
on cruises
them.
or something.
He worked on cruises.
I liked them and I'm so happy they're still together and having a baby.
That's
They looked
really
very
cute.
in love. And then there was Nicole and Benaya and he was like kind of this. She was like, yeah, we've been travelling a lot.
What a bizarre couple, but
I can't believe they're still together, but good for them.
happy for them too, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, funny old sticks.
Yeah, totally.
I've seen her online talking about getting diagnosed with ADHD since being on the show. I think she had like a bit of an overwhelmed moment of feeling down and like people, it obviously doesn't leave people feeling great, this show.
Not surprised.
And then realised she had ADHD and she was talking about like how getting back to her corporate job like helped her loads and made her feel
that's
which was
really
sweet.
nice.
I
the
think,
structure of it.
yeah, the structure of normality rather than being like, I need to be an influencer now, which obviously she's doing
Thank
a bit
God.
of, but I think they're doing like some travelling influencing.
But I do
which is
think
nice.
that is what people should do if you do influencing. Like, even though it sounds appealing to like do that all the time, like
have another job as well.
have another job for your structure, and then just like you can go to fun events and talk about them. That's like this. Actually, it just made me realise that does sound like the perfect job to me, because there's a girl I follow on Instagram called Yaz on the internet.
Yeah.
And she's got the best style, the best video editing techniques, but she works as a TV producer full time and then does all of her influencing stuff on the side. So literally she lives in London and it looks like she just literally like, you know, every couple of nights just goes out to an event and it just looks so nice and gets like gifted things occasionally, but like not like a crazy amount, like an influence, like you get specific things.
That's the same as Marth's Kitchen Garden. She's a TV producer as well.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
But I think now her gardening is like taking over more and she's got a book and stuff.
And also that is another element of like influencing when it's like when you're not just in fashion or makeup or something like that. Like if you're literally doing your garden, like, oh, and Chloe Plumstead.
Yeah.
That's the same thing. If you're literally doing something you actually love and you can make money from doing that, from making your garden better, imagine you'd have the time of your life.
Yeah. Although I did appreciate that whatever her name is, Martha something, said like the amount of time that I spend editing the videos is so much longer than I actually spend
doing the gardening.
Doing the vegetables.
Yeah, no, that is a good thing to say. But if you do ever want to become a garden influencer, I'll do your editing for you.
Thank you. I'm so bad at gardening.
We've got like you're not bad at
I love it,
gardening.
but
I don't think you're bad at it. The
There's
garden
so
looks
many
lovely.
weeds. Everything's dying. But we've got a very harsh conditions in this garden.
I'm overwhelmed at the thought of all of the valerian that's outside that just seems... We pulled it all up a month ago, and now it's just coming back with a
Oh
vengeance.
my God, Day of the Triffids.
It is. It's like in
Spooky.
every little crevice of the gravel.
It's mad. It's mad.
Maybe we do need to get the weed killer out.
Oh no.
Brutal.
No.
No, we'll do it by hand. Me in the night, going out in a pitch in like a black top. And you're like, wow, we did such a good job. And I'm like, he. Anyway.
We did grow
sorry.
tomatoes, but they're only good when you put them in the oven because the texture's fresh
bad.
is not good. But the flavour's delicious.
Well, it is when you put garlic and rosemary on it.
Well,
No, they were so good when we had them.
they were good.
Yeah, but I did text you saying, should we take that to the tip with the
It's tip time this week.
It's tip time, yeah. Sorry, so...
Someone else going in the tip is Jed after this episode.
Why?
Are you still on the Jed train? On the J train?
No, I'm not on the J train. I just can't really remember.
Love him. What is going on?
I don't love him.
I think this is because you're...
the ring thing. I forgot about it. Yeah,
well,
no.
I just think, like, I'm just reading between the lines. Like, clearly there was behaviours that he was showing that were troubling enough in the first place for her not to marry him. And, like, okay, it was interesting. I wasn't fully on Bardha's side. It was interesting. The argument that they had that kind of decided whether or not they married each other about when they went out to dinner.
Yeah.
And he said, I want to get you this, by the way.
Yeah.
And then when it came to pay, she got her card out. I was on his side with that because I think if
you put ourselves in that situation,
if one of us wanted to do that as a gesture
and had given prior warning to say, I want to do this,
then it is a bit undermining to, or like you're just not letting your partner do the nice thing to then get your card out. But obviously when when we're putting it on our relationship, there isn't the same gender dynamics going on, so it's slightly different. So I was on his side, but then he said, like, he was talking a lot about, embarrassed in front of the waitress. And
we had different interpretations of that because you said you thought it was like a pride thing of being embarrassed in front of the waitress, whereas maybe I read it as having been a waitress and how annoying it is when people argue over the bill. Like, it's just like, just fucking one person, just do it and get over it. Like, I don't care about this. And I'm not judging you. It's just actually just annoying and wasting my time. Like, I've got other tables to be at. But you're probably right. Why would he be looking at it from that perspective?
Yeah, like, is he actually caring more about being seen to pay for his woman, or is it because he wants to show her
and it
his
does
love?
Kind of feel like a lot of his ways of behaving are to keep up appearances.
Yes.
And the problem, like, that, I'm not like on, I don't think they should be together. And I think Bardha is like more fit. Like, she kind of tried to show that she was independent, but she was, but just because they had like family as values doesn't it mean the same thing.
No.
And that's what a lot of couples seem to base their relationships on. It'd be very unusual to meet someone who didn't have family as a value. It's an unusual thing. Like, everyone likes their family, everyone wants to have a family, like whether that's having children or just like being a unit.
Yeah, but families are so different.
Exactly. And Jed, it sounds like he's got very toxic ideas of masculinity and what it means to like have a woman and have a wife. Like, it sounds like an ownership thing.
And it's hard because he is an Essex guy.
It's a product of his environment.
Like, he is mirroring what he is shown to be, like what he perceives to be the way that you show your affection for
also
a woman,
like a European dad, and like,
and the fact that on the way back from this argument about the paying, like, he said that he was kind of silent in the taxi and like sulking. It just sounds not
toxic.
Yeah, it sounds not great. And then the kind of like pressures from his environment became more obvious at the reunion when with the ring argument. She was wearing the wedding ring still as a symbol of engagement ring as a symbol of commitment. And he asked her to take it off in the gym because his ex was there and presumably other people who he didn't want asking questions. And he didn't tell her why. So again, he's acting because of how he's thinking everyone else is looking at him, which is annoying. What did you think about that?
Well, it's only just occurred to me now, and it's not an excuse at all. And it's like, this is all just stupid. But it just also, this whole situation when they were talking about it went on for too long, and I didn't understand what was happening, and I didn't care, quite frankly. But I wonder if it has got anything to do with like them not being allowed to talk about the fact that they were on a TV show.
I did wonder about that slightly, and also to completely contradict what I just said. Like, I guess like if they're like, are you engaged or not? If you're not, you don't want your friends saying congratulations because it's awkward.
Yeah, especially congratulations because your wife jilted you at the altar and then she's wearing a ring because she feels bad. Like, it is, how do you explain that situation to people?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, also it was on TV, which we're not allowed to talk about. Oh, why wasn't I invited to the wedding? You know.
Yeah. They're just not compatible.
No. And like, I was very rose-tinted glasses about it. You're right. But I guess at the end of the day, like, I mean, I don't agree with the values that Jed has. I think it's repressive.
It was sad that he was like, oh, I'm totally willing to change, but like, obviously it's way more ingrained than there's subconscious behaviours that would have been coming out on both sides that were upsetting the other person.
Yeah.
And you can't it's not just a matter of saying, yeah, I'm going to do it differently. Like, you're tackling the whole of patriarchy.
He's not equipped to tackle the whole of patriarchy because he hasn't read Simone de Beauvoir or something.
Yeah.
You know.
But I wish Bardha hadn't gone off to Dubai. But
yeah, that doesn't help.
Case.
No, Dubai, guys, stop working in Dubai. Have a think.
Come on,
have a think about that one.
Think about watching telly with the Daisies and how upset they're going to be with you.
Yeah, think about that. Watching telly with the Daisies. You can sign up to our Patreon somewhere. We'll have the link in the show notes and also on the YouTube, just in the YouTube description. And you can follow us again somewhere. All of these things are going to be in the show notes in the description. But yeah, thanks for listening.
We'll be back next week with more telly thoughts.
Yeah.
And later this week on our Patreon, we'll have an episode out.
Perfect.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.